Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Podcast Empowerment Evolution, where we will explore the topic of spirituality and mindfulness and how it can help you deal with anxiety and depression. According to World Health Organization, there are about 264 million people worldwide suffering from depression and 300 million people dealing from anxiety. That's a painful number to imagine. Uh, in this episode, specifically, I'm going to address this issue and we will discuss how spirituality and mindfulness can provide the tools, techniques to manage anxiety and depression. Within my year of experience as a life coach, I've understood some techniques, some strategies that we can adopt to deal with our mental health and build resilience and cultivate inner peace. Before we go to any of that, I want you to understand what anxiety and depression means. So, to begin with, let's talk about how they can affect your mental health. Now, anxiety is a feeling of unease, worry, and fear that can be mild or it can be severe. It is often accompanied by physical symptoms such as racing heart, sweating, or trembling. Depression, on the other hand, is a persistent feeling of sadness, hopelessness, and disinterest in activities. That you once enjoyed when you were young or in college or during your childhood. So, both anxiety and depression can be painful and can be so heavy on your heart and in your head and can have a significant impact in the quality of your life. How will spirituality and mindfulness help? To understand this, let's get into a little more detail about it. Now, spirituality and mindfulness can be incredibly helpful when you deal with anxiety and depression. Spirituality refers to our connection with something greater than ourselves, whether it is a higher power, nature, or even our inner selves. When I say this, I mean it by the word that your inner self is so much bigger than the physical presence of you on this earth. Mindfulness, on the other hand, is the practice of being fully present in the moment and paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings without judgment. Both spirituality and mindfulness can provide you with a sense of inner peace, connection, and purpose that can help you manage anxiety and depression. They offer you a way to calm our minds, focus on the present moment, live in the moment, and cultivate a sense of gratitude and compassion. Let's look at some techniques and frameworks and strategies that we can use. Let's dive into some hardcore practical activities that we can do to manage anxiety and depression. So, one and foremost activity here is meditation. Now, meditation is an extremely powerful tool. There are different types and various lengths of meditation for different objectives available on the internet. Meditation is extremely powerful for calming the mind and reducing the anxiety. All you have to do is, one, have an intention to place. Two, once that is done, you find yourself a very comfortable, quiet place. Be very peaceful. That area of your house or wherever you want to meditate should not have anything that brings out bad memories. It should be your very own quiet place. And you have to focus on your breath. Let your thoughts come and go without judging them. Start with just a few minutes each day if you're a beginner, and then gradually work up to longer periods of time. Another practice that you can do to reduce anxiety and depression is feeling grateful. Gratitude is something, like I've said before, also that can change your life 360 degrees. Practicing gratitude can help you shift your focus from the negative thoughts to the positive ones, to the good things that happen to you, to the good things that surround you, to your family, your loved ones, your work, your hobbies, the temperature, the weather, the energy, everything. It helps you focus on the good part of your life. Take a few moments each day, and just reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for, no matter how small. Being grateful does not mean that you have to be grateful for a big house that you have, or something major, or a bank balance. That, of course, you have to be grateful for everything good in your life, but you can always start small. You can be grateful for a mere discount coupon that you have. You can be grateful for very very small things, for something lying down that you find you were looking for since long back. Just in fact, I practice this affirmation with myself, where I keep whenever something good happens with me, even if it's my very minor, I just say to myself, how lucky am I? How can I be so lucky? Just whenever you find something good, maybe practice that affirmation. Tell yourself, oh my god, how can I be so lucky? And see your life transform. The third technique I have here with me is exercise. Exercise releases endorphins. Exercise doesn't mean that you have to go for a walk, or you have to be very disciplined, you have to follow a 1 hour schedule or something. Exercise, believe me, is a natural mood booster. Every short walk, stretching, dance can help you release anxiety and depression. Some people like running, some like walking, some like strolling down the park, some like dancing, some like jumping, some like aerobics, some like just going and sitting down in nature. It can be anything, whatever helps you get that energy out of your body and release your endorphins. Another technique, this one I have here, is very helpful. I've tried this and I know this works, is mindful breathing. Try breathing in deeply, and through your nose for 4 counts, and holding up for 7 counts, and exhaling through your mouth for 8 counts. This is mindful breathing. Breathing exercises can help you focus on the present moment. It can help you be in the moment and calm your mind. One more technique I have, and I've repeated it in the previous podcast as well. This is one of my favorite techniques that I have applied through my life, is journaling. Writing down your thoughts. There can be nothing better than a friend whose name can be a diary. A diary can be your best friend. Just pick up a journal, start scribbling your thoughts and your feelings, and in the process, you manage your anxiety, you manage your negativity, you manage your depression. Try writing for a few minutes each day. Focus on positive affirmations, good thoughts, and feel grateful. One more strategy I have here is self-compassion. Self-compassion is being kind to yourself. Be kind to your own self. Treat yourself with a lot of love, with a lot of care, and with the same kindness that you would treat a friend. One last technique, and this is also a major life changer technique, and that is accepting your thoughts and feelings without judging yourself. No one better than you can do that. No one will ever be 100% non-judgmental with you other than you. Only you can accept your thoughts and feelings without judging yourself. This can help you acknowledge your feelings and say that these feelings, these negative thoughts, the pressure that I'm feeling is absolutely normal and is part of the human experience. You can also tell yourself that this is a very temporary phase and that will pass. Spirituality and mindfulness offer powerful tools for managing your depression and anxiety. Practicing these techniques that I mentioned above, like meditation, gratitude, breathing exercises, journaling, acceptance, self-compassion, they can cultivate a sense of inner peace, resilience, and emotional well-being. It's very important to remember that everyone's journey to healing is different. There's no one-size-fits-all solution here, and that can never be there. Whatever you went through, whatever strategy you are taking to take care of yourself is your style of healing. You don't have to compare it with anyone. Also, be very patient. Don't be afraid to seek a professional help if needed. Of course, you can always have a support system. You can always, talk to your friend, your family. But when the time comes, please seek professional help. Now, I would suggest some key tasks that you can do, and you can literally do them. Try it at your home and incorporate spirituality and mindfulness in your daily life. One, take 5 minutes each day to practice deep breathing exercises. See, I understand everyone's a beginner when you start off, and you cannot have a fixed schedule and you cannot find the time, you're busy with life. But whatever you do, find yourself 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of breathing exercises. And if you do this first thing in the morning or the last thing you go to bed, you will see a change in your life. You will see big transformation in your life, and mindful breathing will help you be in the moment, not think about what had happened or regret anything from the past, and not think about, oh my god, aage kya hoga, what will happen next. So maybe just give yourself those 5 minutes of mindful breathing. Start a gratitude journal. Write one thing, very small, one thing that you were grateful for or in that day, and you will feel that, by the end of the month or by the end of the week or years, you'll find yourself, your diary filled with grateful things that have happened in your life. Each day, write down one thing that you can be grateful for. Try guided meditation. Like I said, there are apps, there are resources available online, and there are meditations for specifically anxiety and depression. Also, if there's some particular cause that you feel is giving you anxiety, for example, work stress is giving you anxiety, or a relationship issue is giving you anxiety, or you're not able to sleep, and that kind of stresses you out, there are meditations, guided meditations, and sleep programming sessions, YouTube channels that are available online, and they have different durations. You can just plug your earphones, play them, and go off to sleep. This is a tried and tested technique. I can vouch for guided meditation and that it transforms your life. I suggest, even if you don't do anything, you just maybe do this while sleeping, it's going to do wonders for you. Another technique that I have here is self-care. I have not put enough stress on self-care, then I am somewhere in the wrong. So self-care is absolutely necessary, and this could be anything from taking a nice bubble bath to going for a walk in the nature, anything that helps you bring joy and helps you relax. I suggested one of my clients once long back that, if you really want to inculcate self-care habit and you think you don't have time to do anything that that the world states can be true, you will always, if you go back in time, you will remember that there was one activity as a child that you loved to do, be it dancing, listening to songs, singing loud, coloring, planting. Some people get real peace when they sit in their garden, or when they have their own garden to talk to. In fact, just pick up one activity that you think, that gave you joy long back when you were a child, and start doing it again. That will also help you heal your inner child, and you will take time for some self-care, which is extremely important to deal with anxiety and depression. With this, you also have to practice self-compassion. And when you do that, how do you do it? You don't have to every time do something major for self-compassion. A small act of stopping your negative self-talk can also be a part of self-compassion. Whenever you hear yourself telling, for example, you pick up an activity of planting, and you hear yourself telling that it's no point to do it, or maybe you see that it's not going to, you tell yourself that it's not going to work out, or you tell yourself that whatever you do, you're going to remain a sad sack, or anything like that. Stop yourself there and then, and tell yourself that this is not me, this is a negative self-talk. Maybe shush that person for some time and go back to your activity. Replace it with a kind and encouraging message to yourself. Tell yourself, no matter what happens, I will still do it. It's giving me joy and I'm going to do it. It's going to give me a lot of happiness, and I will adopt this activity. Always remember, friends, that taking care of your mental health is as important as taking care of your physical health. With spirituality and mindfulness in your daily routine, it can help you manage anxiety, depression, cultivate inner peace, building resilience, and ultimately living a more fulfilling life. So practice The activities that I mentioned above are very, very simple day-to-day activities that you can do, for 5 minutes a day, and take time for yourself. I suggest, in fact, I would request you all to do that, to do mindful meditation, to do journaling, to practice self-care, to start guided meditations. Do these activities and see the magic happen. Let your life be like you want it to be. Let your life be beautiful. Thank you for tuning into this episode of podcast. It became a little heavy, but I am sure you will enjoy it. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay mindful.